I do a live with you all. Let me get this shared out. I forgot to do that. So I will be back. 1 secunda. And go to this place. Okay, so if you've been on YouTube long enough, you will probably accrue a threat or a troll. Someone will try to dox you. Okay, it's just what's going to happen. And I don't really know anybody who's got a YouTube channel who is anti Kennedy era Star Wars that hasn't. Now, this is what's going on. As per my upload, watch it. Okay, watch that too. Star Wars Theory has been very critical of the Acolyte, Leslie Headland, and there have been several people writing for different. Hey, Cross. And yeah, why so serious? Other, websites actually now going in the Leslie Headland was a mistake. Yes, she is in every way you can think of. And a guy named Paul Tassie, I talked about him yesterday, did a story about how the Acolyte could still disappear from Disney Plus because then Disney wouldn't have to pay Leslie Headland, etc. at all residuals. It doesn't have anything to do with losing or getting a tax credit. Just a second. Here's the problem with that. Tassie, because someone with an 845 video or phone number, which is Yonkers, the outlying boroughs of New York City, sent him basically a true threat, a physical threat. And if you see the message, it mentions Star Wars Theory and saying, how dare you criticize him? Because Tassie, like a moron, isn't connected to people who actually know what's going on. He's connected to the outlaying Kennedy faction, who's absolutely losing their minds within the fandom. Molly Damon. In fact, in my latest video upload, I basically call her out for including herself in the fight with Star Wars Theory. Now, to me, there's nothing to fight over. Tassie was extremely critical of the Acolyte. He basically said it can be removed from Disney Plus over just residuals, which I think would be great. I don't see a problem with that. But now he did a video attacking he did an article. He's a fucking Forbes writer for 10 years. Why is he even getting in this mess? Attacking geeks and gamers, which is understandable, and the rest of the black pills, and Star Wars Theory, because how dare they? I'm sure he's fully convinced somehow YouTube was to be blamed for the Acolyte's failure when if you look at the reach of YouTube for Star Wars fans, the base has probably hundreds of millions of people. It's the biggest fan base out there. Only 18%, according to our the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. 18% like it. How can that be YouTube's problem? But Molly Damon, Star Wars Explained, etc., are fully convinced that yes, It's our fault. My little channel? No, Molly, it's the fact that Leslie Headland has the IQ of a crayon. Okay, she has the, so there you go. And it's gotten ugly. It's gotten to the point where I'm very concerned somebody on the left, on the side of the acolyte, and on Leslie Headland's side, will do something to somebody because they didn't like a TV show. And I don't think Star Wars fans should be about that. This is why these people need to just be shut out and turned away. All right. The United States, we have a law where you don't have to hang out with people if you don't want to. The right of association. And, Molly Damon isn't exactly Miss Popular within the community. There are people on her own side that don't like her. From what I've heard, just people meeting them at conventions just have told me they don't. Molly and Alex don't treat each other well. But she insinuated to Tassie that she also got death threats. No, she didn't. If she did, hey Cross, hey Ian, sorry for not greeting you. If she did, it was probably from her own phone. Okay, I looked at the phone number for Tassie's threat. I looked at the phone number from those two. Those two things that I got, and they're burner phones. One was from St. Louis for me. The other one was from inside New York City, Manhattan. The other one, the one that Tassie got, was from outlying Yonkers and all of that. Okay, so it's a burner phone. I guarantee you it's the same person doing it. Trying to start an internecine war to burn down the franchise. So there's nothing that Favreau can do to fix what's broken because nobody cares anymore. It's a clever idea. I don't know who's behind it. It reminds me a bit of Palpatine's strategy with the Clone Wars, like I said in my upload. Get the Jedi to sponsor the Clone Army, rev up the Separatists, all right, the Banking Clan and the Techno Union and everybody else, and get a disgruntled Jedi and Dooku to lead it, and then just sit back and watch. And when it's all over, go in and claim victory. All right, that's what I think is going on here. And I don't even know if it's because it's too. Look, if you've seen Clone Wars and you've seen Attack of the Clones and you've seen Revenge of the Sith, you know whoever's doing this got the idea from Palpatine. Now, what side loves the dark side of the Force? Leslie Headland has said that. She's a bad person, okay? So, what do? We kind of have to sit back and relax, but I think I know that there's someone high up the food chain that put this out there. Now, what else could be triggering them besides not getting a second season for The Acolyte? Probably Kennedy leaving. No, she doesn't understand what that is. Seeing Filoni add that to the Ahsoka lore and making her one of those was very cool. All right. And it's very interesting to me how there's almost a Christian element when she says, "I choose to live," to Anakin. And he says, "I think you're going to be okay." All right. When they were in the world between worlds. It's not even Grey Jedi. I mean, she really likes the dark side of the Force. Now, I can't remember the context of why I got those two stupid prank text messages on my phone, my phone number. I can't figure out how the hell that guy's voice came over, because I've had weird shit happen. And I think it's coming from the same place. I think what's going on here is simply the person who was bugging me and making threats to Star Wars Theory, whose mother read them, the person who's coming after me and Star Wars Theory and others is going after Tassie to start a fight, to try to prove a point, trying to blame us for Leslie Headland's failures. Now, I don't really like being dragged through the mud for something I didn't do. I didn't write The Acolyte. I wouldn't have. This is not a time period in Star Wars I care about. I was going through some stuff I wrote not long ago, and it was damn good. I mean, it was fucking good. Okay. And I'm like, you know, why can't we just have the fandom say, okay, it failed. We liked it. It failed. You know, maybe they should TiVo it so they have it all the time. Or, you know, I don't know, do something so they can watch it. Because their behavior is so bad now that it should just go away. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it should. The reason why is because they don't deserve it. Look what they're doing to Theory. All right. They're attacking his channel. They attacked the Vader fan film, which was better than anything Headland could make. They go out of their way to attack, to hack and attack people's channels because we don't like the sequel trilogy. What the fuck is wrong? This is so, to me, bizarre. And now you got Tassie, who, look, I'm going to say this, I'm going to be very honest. He's a journalist, which makes him have the IQ of a cricket. Okay. I'm not even going to give him that of a crayon. He has the IQ of a cricket. He doesn't know what's really going on. And he thinks everybody that disliked The Acolyte is some sort of raging white supremacist, misogynist lunatic. It's like, no. I mean, what part of that is not understood? I mean, why would you think that? When you look at the RT audience score, you look at the IMDb score, is everybody that? No, because most everybody didn't watch The Acolyte because it was garbage. Okay. The problem with these people is they cannot accept the truth because they've never, A, been told no. Mommy and daddy let them think the world revolved around them. Okay. And they were misled by professors and other people in high school, professors in college, etc. The culture to think that the other, and people like us have been turned into the other. And it's like, it's a TV show. You know, like yesterday when I was talking about the fan that was triggered. We are dealing with people who, look, if an electromagnetic bomb goes off over Nebraska or Kansas and the internet goes away, they will die. they literally cannot accept something bad happened. Okay, God help them if they ever went through the Great Depression, or I don't know, trench warfare in World War I. You know, I could see, you know, Alex Damon curled up in the fetal position when a sergeant yells at him. Okay, it's like, you know, they demand, they get their way, like it's like that 5-point thing that in one of my other videos that was pointed out on Nick Freita's channel. They demand access, acceptance, a seat at the table, then more seats at the table, and then they take over. Okay, they don't have seats at the table yet. They used to. The seats are gone. Look, the closer we get to October and the lack of news surrounding Kennedy, the more I think they know she's gone. With the Acolyte not getting a second season, this is why they're losing their minds, because they have lost the narrative. Okay, they have. Even people, look, even people on Cameron's writers board who, you know, these are professional, experienced screenwriters, watch The Acolyte and we're like, the fuck? You know, same thing with Willow, same thing with Solo. Bad writing, bad direction, bad casting. All right, I wouldn't care if you cast a Belgian Malinois as Riva. If the Belgian Malinois is a better actor than Moses Ingram, great. It doesn't matter what color a woman is. If she can't recite the lines naturally, what's the point? Oh yeah, I know. All the spin-offs are canceled. I mean, what if, you know, I look at Kennedy and go, you arrogant, you know what, okay? I mean, I just go, why would you think? First off, I'm gonna give you a definition. The word is pre-annoyed. Have you ever seen somebody that you've never met them before, but you see them and they already annoy the fuck out of you? That was me when I first saw Leslie Headland. I saw her, I went, and then I saw her bio and I went, cringe. Why? She looks like exactly what she is, okay? And the fact that she gets away, and look, why, if you're the Mary Sue, why, if you are rewriting Ripley and you're into feminism, wouldn't you ask her about Harvey Weinstein? Right? Why wouldn't you? Because you're trying to protect her because she's part of that alphabet soup weird group of weirdos? Yeah, they're not feminists. Feminism has become a vehicle for radicalism now, instead of just a place for women to have equality with men. And I'm not saying superiority, equality. Okay, that's what it's become. And I just go, you know, where do these fucking people come from? Again, universities, mommy and daddy, high schools, all right? This is why The Acolyte failed. And this is why people like Molly Damon, Alex Damon, probably Jason Ward, probably Anita Sarkeesian, Renfamous, Gail Simone, Claudia Gray, you name it, all these awful women are upset. Okay, why, who, all right, you guys all know how cool Theory is. Why would anybody who watches him and interacts with him call a professional writer like Paul Tassie and make a threat to him? You know, it wouldn't. Just wait, because We're not like that. And what I find interesting is that I guarantee you the person who was making threats to Tassie was making threats to me, Star Wars Theory, maybe Neurotic, maybe Jeremy Griggs. Okay. I mean, that's what I think. And it's, again, it's to remember, this nonsense will end or I will burn it all down. Ta-da! You get everybody fighting each other and then there's nothing left. And if I can't have it, no one can have it. Okay. It is literally just me going, do people not see it? Everybody's being manipulated here. Okay. And look, Pablo locked down or disappeared off of X, but he still has his private account. I don't even know what you call that. But he's on Blue Skies saying nothing. Doesn't talk about new stuff at all. Why? Because he knows if he says something that's uncomplimentary about Favreau, Filoni, or says something about the Acolyte and someone says, no, you're wrong, a war will start and he will say something that is inappropriate and get himself in trouble again. But they're all quiet. They have not. Why? Because she's leaving. I know. I got this gut feeling that it's 20th today. You know, we got 10 days to the 1st. Jason Hunt, who's also got open lines today, has basically said that, and I'm trying to remember, he thought it was October 1st that we would hear it. But now we're going to see between the 1st and Halloween is the reckoning. Okay. You know, her husband hasn't posted anything on Instagram. Maybe he did today. I've been checking. It's just really odd. Okay, everything. This is a very odd year, I think. And it reminds me a little bit of 2016. And it reminds me of other times where, you know, but anyway, I wanted to do a quick talk with you guys. I did find the weird texts that were sent to me. So I honestly think that they were probably sent from the same person because look, it's the MO. It's the MO right down the path. You know, you don't respond to them. Take a screenshot and block the number. That's all you can do. All right. And I do think it's a burner phone. I don't think it's several people. I think it's one person. And here, I'm going to give you the weird thing. You know who's in New York getting ready to do her play? Leslie Headland. Coinkydink? I don't know. But this game has been played before, and now they're going after people who agree with them because it's a great setup. Anyway, I gotta go, and somebody watched way too much prequel trilogy and thinks too highly of Palpatine. Anyway, I gotta go. I've got stuff to do, and I'll talk to you guys. See you around the galaxy.